would like them, all of them, to acknowledge him. Even if they win an award, acknowledge him because he gave you the stomping ground.
Mm-hmm. Most people don't know Nicki Minaj came out of that camp. French Montana came out of that
all
camp.
of
Most
them.
people don't know half those people. We know, but most people don't know that.
Migos, Thug.
Like most people
Because they don't say it.
I'm gonna name them really quick. Will I Am, Fergie, Taylor Swift, who had a huge part in the success of Super Bass. Elton John recently, but you know he's an icon. Christina Aguilera, Ciara, Alicia Keys, Mary J. Blige, Keisha Cole, Gucci Mane.
For you, what was it like just trying to protect the business that you guys have built while
I have a
he's
system.
personally...
I take his apps off his phone. First thing I do, I delete.
People are losing their minds over these new allegations. Nicki Minaj has jumped back into the spotlight, and she isn't holding anything back. According to her, the story about Wendy Williams' conservatorship might not be what everyone thought. For the longest time, many believed Diddy had something to do with Wendy being placed under control. But Nicki is now suggesting a whole different name, Jay-Z. She claims that Roc Nation is the real power behind Wendy's situation, not Diddy. And on top of that, Nicki says they're trying to set her up as the next celebrity to be placed in a guardianship. According to her, the sudden online talk about her mental health and behavior isn't random. She thinks certain people are pushing a narrative so the public won't question things if someone eventually tries to take control of her life and career. This all blew up after Gucci Mane and his wife, Keisha Cole, sat down for an interview on The Breakfast Club. Keisha talked about how she looks out for Gucci when he isn't in the right headspace. She explained that she sometimes takes his phone or stops him from posting things that could hurt his reputation or business. During that conversation, Keisha also mentioned that some artists Gucci helped in the early days didn't always give him credit. That's when DJ Envy decided to stir the pot. He randomly mentioned Nicki, saying she didn't acknowledge Gucci's support. The thing is, Nicki has praised Gucci plenty of times, including during her Michael Jackson Vanguard Award speech. So many fans felt Envy was poking the situation on purpose, and Keisha seemed to fall for the trap. Now Nicki is pushing back, saying powerful figures are trying to damage her image and control her future. Whether people believe her or not, the drama has officially exploded, and everyone is watching to see what happens next.
And I just control everything at home. And now before the episodes come, I catch it.
She explained that when she sees signs her husband isn't in the right headspace, she steps in before things get out of control. If she has to change his passwords, she will, because she doesn't want the world watching him during a difficult moment. She said people haven't seen anything since last year because she manages it at home. He won't be posting online, and she even removes the apps if she needs to. According to her, she watches for warning signs, like him pulling away, not eating, staying silent, or barely sleeping. When she notices those changes, she helps him calm down and stay grounded before it becomes public.
Text messages, there's a period after each word. And I'm like, you're going through an episode. You're sick. No, I'm not. Ain't nothing wrong with me. What?
Nicki Minaj did not hold back at all. She fired back at Kesha and made it clear she felt disrespected. According to Nicki, Kesha isn't just talking, she's jealous and has been trying to copy her shine for years. Nicki even accused Kesha of only being in the spotlight because she manages Gucci and keeps him calm and controlled behind the scenes. But Nicki didn't stop there. She also dragged Charlamagne the God and brought up a huge accusation. Nicki claimed Charlamagne worked with Jay-Z and Roc Nation to get Wendy Williams placed under guardianship. According to Nicki, Wendy was doing fine before Charlamagne came back around, and after that, everything fell apart. Nicki suggested that it wasn't just coincidence, then she pointed to the recent police calls to her home. Nicki said those incidents, where someone falsely sent police to her house, were not random. In her words, Roc Nation had people behind it and even paid to keep the investigation quiet. She demanded proof from LAPD about the swatting incidents and warned that she was ready to fight back publicly. Nicki basically told everyone, if you want a war, let's go. I'm not scared. Shortly after, Tasha K jumped in to defend Nicki, and she added fuel to the fire. According to Tasha, there's a bigger plan happening behind the scenes. She claimed Roc Nation wants Nicki placed under a conservatorship, just like Wendy Williams, so they can control her money and career. Tasha explained her theory. The only thing stopping that plan is Nicki's husband, Kenneth. If Nicki were ever placed in a guardianship, her husband would legally control her finances, not a court-appointed stranger. And according to Tasha, that protects Nicki. So, she claimed, to get around that, stories are being planted that Kenneth used Nicki's credit cards and spent her money. That way, the public will think he can't be trusted either, and if both Nicki and Kenneth look unstable or irresponsible, it becomes easier to argue a court should step in. Tasha pointed to Britney Spears and Wendy Williams as examples, saying neither had a spouse when they were placed under legal control. To her, that's not coincidence. It's strategy. According to this narrative, the goal would be to remove Nicki's support system, assign someone else to manage her life, and slowly wear her down mentally, the way critics say Wendy was treated. Again, these are claims and suspicions from Nicki and Tasha, not verified facts. But whether you believe them or not, one thing is clear. This situation just got a lot messier, and neither woman looks like she's planning to back down anytime soon.
But if they're able to separate Nicki and Kenny, that makes Nicki vulnerable because your husband is your power of attorney. Your husband is your signator on all of your accounts in the event anything goes wrong. Michael wasn't married. Britney Spears was married, but of course they control all of that. And so the mere fact that all these narratives are out about Kenny stealing this to buy chains and buy that, that's not what it is. It's like, you know, they got doctors that are giving out these diagnoses saying that she's schizophrenic and bipolar and all of this stuff. And then Kenny's now here. You know, she trusts Kenny. Of course, they've known each other since they were kids. Their families know each other. And so Kenny is just in the way. And so what do? You create narratives to try to separate, because if you separate, then you can divide and conquer. And so that's what it's about. You know, she's going into her latter years and, you know, there's a lot of money on the line and she's worth a lot, but Kenny is in the way. And so, yeah, I mean, look at what they're doing to Wendy Williams. Had Wendy would have still been with Kelvin, they wouldn't have been able to put her under a conservatorship because she has a husband. So, you know, and like I said, there was only one that was accused of stealing. We're going to leave it at that. Okay?
After everything blew up, Tasha K jumped back online with a follow-up post, and she came ready to defend herself. She told people to stop twisting what she said about Nicki Minaj. In her words, Nicki does not have schizophrenia and people need to calm down. Tasha explained that lots of people deal with mood swings or mental health struggles, and that doesn't automatically make someone incapable of handling their life. She pointed to Kanye's situation as an example, saying that when he spoke freely and acted out publicly, people tried to get him placed under control and take his money. Tasha then listed other big names to support her argument. She mentioned Wendy Williams staying in a private medical facility while lawyers allegedly handle her finances. She brought up Michael Jackson and Britney Spears' conservatorship battles, claiming that celebrities getting placed under guardianship has become a pattern in the industry. According to her, it's a system designed to take power and money from artists who speak out. And in her opinion, Nicki's husband Kenneth is standing in the way, since being married gives him financial rights that would block anyone else from controlling Nicki's assets. Tasha even suggested all of this attention on Nicki started after Nicki questioned the COVID vaccine on social media. But Tasha didn't stop there. She added more fuel to the fire. She claimed she heard that Nicki's former assistant, someone named Katie or Kadia, got access to Nicki's Apple ID and private passwords, and allegedly passed them to Nicki's former friend Ra Ali. If true, that would mean someone close to Nicki had access to her accounts. Shortly after, Nicki shared online that money was disappearing from her credit card. People immediately blamed her husband, saying he lives off Nicki and could be the one spending her money. Even Cardi B once claimed Kenneth was keeping Nicki under the influence so he could take cash behind her back. But according to Tasha, the real person behind the credit card drama wasn't Kenneth, but Ra Ali, who supposedly got the information through that former assistant. Tasha even joked that the assistant moved on to being Ra's babysitter and secret girlfriend. And that's how the private login info got leaked. Again, these are unverified claims and online chatter. Not proven facts, but the internet grabbed its popcorn because this story just keeps twisting and turning.